I'm reading an article from People.com. My name is Gabriel Flores. People.com, people subscribe, People.com movies, People exclusive. Hamilton star Miguel Cervantes and wife prepare their goodbyes to, quote, warrior daughter Adelaide 3. Quote, she is a warrior. I have never met someone stronger in my life, quote unquote. The Broadway star's wife tells People. Glade limited edition. Shop now. People subscribed by Tricia Desprez, October 11, 2019, 7:45 p.m. FB, Twitter, more P, photo, Rachel Friedman, photography. Hamilton actor Miguel Cervantes and his wife Kelly are quietly preparing to say goodbye to their 3-year-old daughter who, Glade limited edition, shop now. People subscribe. Wife Kelly are quietly preparing to say goodbye to their 3-year-old daughter who has entered hospice care after suffering from a neurodegenerative disorder for much of her short life. Adelaide, whose fourth birthday is next week, experienced her first seizure when she was 7 months old after missing some traditional milestones for children her age. Find events and deals now. Activate Smile Mode. San Diego advertisement. Make her birthday shine. Jared. People subscribed. Doctors would quickly determine that the seizure was a result of epilepsy. At 9 months old, Adelaide was diagnosed with infantile spasms, (IS), and coincidentally, at the very same time, Miguel would land the role of a lifetime as Alexander Hamilton in Chicago production of Hamilton, quote unquote. Oh, she was feisty as hell, quote unquote. Kelly, 37, tells People of her daughter who entered hospice care last week after nearly a lifetime of battling seizures. No one can still quite explain, quote unquote. She is a warrior. I have never met someone stronger in my life. She shared her opinions in her own way, quote unquote. Liberty Mutual. People subscribe. For a moment, Kelly's stoic nature and the strength that she has worn like a shield over the past 3 years begins to crumble. Quote, she came into the world and she had a mission and a story, quote unquote, Kelly says, her tears falling, and then her strength returns. Quote, I'm so proud that no one will ever forget her story, quote unquote. She says, P, one way to save money on your energy bill, use plan comparison tool. APS. People subscribe. P1 photo courtesy Kelly Cervantes. Indeed, Adelaide's story has captivated millions. Not only does her father Miguel, 42, make past do bills a thing of the past, find bill assistance. APS. People subscribe. Indeed, Adelaide's story has captivated millions. Not only does her father, Miguel, 42, play the lead role in the Chicago production of Hamilton, but her mother, Kelly, has shared the incredible story of Adelaide's short life via her popular blog, Inchstones, and through her work with the Citizens United for Research in Epilepsy, CURE, which raises funds for research into a cure for the devastating illness. Add 1 custom aluminum extrusion, precision extrusions, visit site advertisement. People subscribed. First chronicled in People back in November of 2018, Adelaide's grueling story began at the beginning of her short life. Related article, how does someone like Cameron Boyce die from epilepsy? A neurosurgeon explains, quote, when we first found out that something was wrong, we started Googling around about infantile spasms, and it was just terrifying, quote unquote. Miguel says, quote, it was then that we also started to notice a loss of ability. Adelaide had always been a thumbsucker. When that stopped, the doctors told us that it wasn't a sign of the per se. This was a regression within one, and we began to realize that this something that could be terminal, quote unquote. Over the next few years, the family did their best to stay positive, providing Adelaide with people subscribe. Over the next few years, the family did their best to stay positive, providing Adelaide with the very best in medical care. But the end of her story started to become much clearer with each passing day. Quote, her brain was actually getting smaller, quote unquote, explains Miguel, who continues to perform on average 7 shows a week. Quote, when you spend years watching your child suffer, quote unquote, quote unquote, his voice trails off. AMC, don't lose your seat at AMC Westgate 20, IT Chapter 2, 2HR49MINJR, 1 PM, 1 Gemini Man, 1HR57MNJPG, 1310 AM. See all show times. Compare and save. Pick a plan that saves you money. APS. People subscribe. P. Cervantes, family photography, photo, Rachel Friedman, quote, we didn't realize her life would be this short, quote unquote, adds Kelly, quote, we have been flailing around for so long. There is only so much we can do for Adelaide. We are grateful for every we have had with her, quote unquote. 1. Find your heart's desire, Jared. People subscribe. Tough as you. Click to expand. Dr. Martin's advertisement. Indeed, through it all, Miguel and Kelly have continued clinging to one another while in the midst of a swirling hurricane of doctor visits and test results. 1. You need something and you don't what to do. You need to be able to lean on the person you are with, quote unquote, Miguel says, quote, throughout this whole journey, people subscribe, quote, throughout this whole journey, we constantly have had to check in with each other, quote unquote, adds Kelly, quote, we have been making tough decisions her whole life, quote unquote. 24 cap star starts killing fleas in 30 minutes advertisement. 1, quote, the next phase of our marriage is going to be as hard as F dash, but we will get through it, quote unquote. She says, make past dash due bills a thing of the past. Find bill assistance, APS. People subscribe, and in addition to the countless people supporting the family through it all, there is one other person that is providing the much dash needed light within the stark journey dash. Their son Jackson 7P1. People subscribe. P1 and Adelaide Cervantes. Related article, Ryan Murphy. People subscribe. Related article, Ryan Murphy announces that his son Ford 5 is, quote, cancer-free, quote, I am so proud, quote, Scott Disick, live, get tickets, Phoenix, Oct. 30th, the Ascend event.com advertisement. 1, quote, he is what keeps me strong, says Kelly, quote, he understands what is going on with Adelaide. Steakhouse flavor without reservations, exclusive at Fry's. People subscribe, quote, he is what keeps me strong, quote, says Kelly, quote, he understands what is going on with Adelaide more than I ever thought he would, but at his core, he's still just a 7-year-old. He's a goofball. He runs around this house and brings an energy that we need. He needs us. We might be going through the worst thing ever, but he is the one that gets us up when we are just fighting emotionally to get out of bed. quote unquote, AMC Don't Lose Your Seat at AMC Westgate 20 IT Chapter 2 2HR 49MINJR 1PM 1 Gemini Man 1HR 57MNJPG 13 10 a.m. See all showtimes. Kroger brand, awesome, affordable, exclusive at Fry's. People subscribe AMC Don't Lose Your Seat at AMC Westgate 20 IT Chapter 2 2HR 49MNJR 1PM Gemini Man 1HR 57MNJPG 13 10 a.m. See all showtimes, advertisement, and no matter what happens in the days to come, Miguel and Kelly will continue that fight to live, not only for Jackson and themselves and the countless number people lives changed as a result of their one story, but they will always fight for Adelaide and the legacy she will forever leave behind. Kroger brand, awesome, affordable, exclusive at Fry's. People subscribe, quote, I'm never going to ask why these things happened, and oh, I'd give away all that I have to have Adelaide here, quote unquote. He says quietly, quote, but without her condition, we would have never met the strong and amazing people we are surrounded by right now. We have been giving this platform to talk about infantile spasms and epilepsy, and we have been given this platform to tell people about Adelaide, and that's exactly what we intend to do, quote unquote, popular in movies, P1, Kroger brand, awesome, affordable, exclusively at Fry's. People subscribe P, Jenny, Garth, and daughter Lusa Bella to co-star in ... Shark Tank. O'Leary's wife, sponsored stories, brackets, photos. Her husband vanished 6 weeks after their wedding. 68 years later, she learned what ... Bob's Hideout. Sandra Bullock's life in pictures. Things you never realized about, quote, Miss Congeniality, quote, Chaser, Kroger brand, one, awesome, affordable, exclusively at Fry's. People subscribe, brackets, photos. Her husband vanished 6 weeks after their wedding. 68 years later, she learned what ... Bob's Hideout. Sandra Bullock's life in pictures. Things you never realized about, quote, Miss Congeniality, quote, Trend Chaser. Hepatitis C symptoms and early warning signs. Hepatitis C treatment. Search ads. Brackets, photos, 33 LGBT celebs who are couples and you probably didn't know. Bob's Hideout. Brackets, pics, writing hit songs for pop artists and other unknown facts about Prince. Reference.com. The deadliest snakes ever found on the planet. Brackets, gallery, definition, Kroger brand, awesome, affordable, exclusively at Fry's. TheEndReadingPeople.com article. My name is Gabriel Flores. Thank you, YouTube world.